Hi guys, it's freezing out today in Idaho, but we are going to Yellowstone Park.
You got it right.
I keep on wanting to call it Yosemite, but it's not. It's Yellowstone.
We drove through yesterday, did a couple things. Today we were getting an earlier start, and it's cold.
Yeah, we definitely bundled up. We have multiple layers, multiple pants on, multiple shirts on. We are doing this today.
So the pro tip is, maybe leave in the comments below, would you rather see a national park freezing your butt off but with minimal crowds, or be nice and warm but battle the crowds? That's kind of what we're questioning right now.
I mean, it's not horrible once you start getting going. I mean, yesterday we were literally hiking in the rain.
Right.
And then the snow.
But right now it's 36 degrees at about 8:30, and it's not going to get too much warmer than that. So, and we don't have the winter gear, being from Florida. We have
I stopped.
dollar store gloves.
No, it was the Army
Navy store.
Army Navy store.
They might as well be dollar store gloves.
They are dollar store gloves, but I didn't pay $1. I wish I paid $1, but I didn't.
So, but yeah, before we leave, we'll show you this boondocking spot. We're camping for free as usual outside of another national park, and let's go do this.
Yeah.
We're
See
rolling.
the new gloves? Smith & Wesson style.
What's up, everybody? Rob here. We are just south of Yellowstone, and we are boondocking again. This is another compendium site that we found. I'll show you guys around a little bit. Now, we tried a site that was a little bit closer to the park itself, but it just, the entrance looked a little thin. We ended up driving in there today with just a truck in it. Probably if it wasn't so wet and muddy, it would probably be a decent site, or a smaller rig, maybe a van or something like that. But this site is, I'd say, about half an hour from the west entrance of Yellowstone, which isn't too bad, especially if you consider it's free. And we are pretty early in the season. This is the end of May, and it's still pretty cold here, so there's not a lot of people around, but just want to show you guys this. It's I'll put some links in the description below about this as well. Kind of forested. There's quite a bit of other sites further down. Again, we didn't want to venture too far because it's still kind of wet and there's still a lot of the spring thaw right now, but you can see the road back there, the main road coming up to Yellowstone itself. But other than that, it's quiet. This area was pretty hard packed, some minimal ruts coming in. Just took it real slow, and I'll show you guys around. The one pet peeve though, and I know people watching this channel don't do this, but these are national parks and we need to keep them clean, and that is not acceptable. So definitely keep it nicer than, clean it up, make it look better when you leave, because if we keep this stuff up, we're not going to be able to have these privileges of camping for free out here in these state parks, national forests. But yeah, we saw some elk around, and all in all, this is a decent spot right off the road. Nice and easy to get to, and half an hour outside the gate of Yellowstone. So if you're coming up this area and you're having a hard time finding something, check out Compendium, and we'll link the coordinates down below of where we're staying. And yeah, like I said, free camping is always awesome. One other thing that I'll mention though too, and we haven't been able to find water fill or a lot of dump stations. We're generally near the national parks. There's going to be a lot of places to dump, a lot of gas stations that have dump stations and water fills and so forth. We have not seen that. Granted, feel free to leave comments below and let us know if you are aware of anything. Even in the park itself, we're looking around and we couldn't find anything that was available this time of year. A lot of stuff is still shut off at the park, so we've been kind of rationing our water, and we'll have to dump when we get out of this area. So, but other than that, great site and free.
Nobody's there for once. Yellowstone Park. Alright, so we are walking down a trail right now. This is an attraction. We're not sure what attraction, but there's a lot of cars parked over there, so there's got to be something to see. So Rob and I are taking a little walk in the rain to see what's going on at the end of this trail.
Hi, I'm Rob.
This is Rob. Or maybe we'll just find Boo Boo. Okay, so we are approaching. I'm not sure what it is, but there's a lot of steam. Pretty cool. So steamy. It's very steamy around here. Baby bison. Take the road thus followed. What'd you say?
Go the other way and go up top. Up there.
Yeah. So we just got done with a 2-mile hike in the rain, but as you could tell, it was worth it. Beautiful views. Stuff that I've never seen before, have you? Now we are heading to one of the geysers. And I don't know if you can see it, but there are flurries around me. It is starting to snow. Bye guys! You are seeing one of the geysers right now. Isn't it cool?
That's pretty awesome.
Actually, I'm just thinking. You see all those thoughts coming out right now? Yep. There's a lot of thinking going on.
I don't think so.
We are here freezing our booties off today. Yesterday we thought it was cold. Today it is freezing. If I could turn back time, I'd give it all to you. I'd take back all the words that had hurt you. And you swear. He loves me serenading him.
Driving this thing off a cliff right now.
He said if he could turn back time, he was gonna get out of the vehicle and not listen to the song. This is what I go through in the car when I'm trying to serenade my people. Don't you just love it? Why not? I can find another song if you don't like Cher. I don't have the wig, but you know I can get it. All right, to the next song. Okay, we are on our way to the mud volcano, which should be pretty cool. We seen, I think, a little tiny one yesterday. So, if this is like one of their main attractions, then I'm hoping it's huge.
Okay, Priscilla.
A steamy mud pit. There's like nobody here because it's so cold. A way better view of the lake. You can actually see how half of it is still frozen, the other half is not. Half of me is still frozen, if that counts any. Pretty neat. Pretty cool place, even in the bitter cold. Wasn't so faithful, huh? There's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of babies.
It's Taco Tuesday, everybody.
Old Faithful blowing. If you're feeling a little disappointed in Old Faithful, head right on into the bathroom that is stationed right by Old Faithful, and you will come across a sign that will not disappoint you. Here's a little example of it. If you forgot how to use the bathroom, don't worry. The restroom near Old Faithful has your back. Alright, so we are heading out of Yellowstone right now. It has been a good day. The first part of it was freezing cold, but as we went through the park, different areas were different temperatures. I think by the geysers were colder.
Your elevation too changes, so.
And I think like the spewing of all the steam around you, you know, you walk away from it and you're moist. So
People don't like the word moist.
well, it
Damp.
happens. You're
Damp.
okay. You're damp. You walk away damp. Politically correctness here. You walk away a little damp, and so the cold hits you and like grabs that dampness, and I think that's what like freezes you over a bit. But ultimately, this part was pretty cool. Had a lot of different stuff to show. So the geysers,
Canyon, the waterfalls, the lake,
the lava or the mud lava. Was it?
mud volcano.
Oh, the mud volcano with like the mud lava that was coming up. It was kind of weird, kind of scary too. I stepped back a little bit because it started blowing very aggressively, and I don't know if that thing ever blew. I don't want to be next to it. Although Rob seems to say if any of this blew, that you know, existence as we know it is dead. So
It's a super volcano.
yeah, so
It's due for eruption. Just put that out there.
not to be Debbie or anything.
Debbie Downer.
But yeah, so
It's
on
a
one
big
instance,
pressure cooker. That's what it is.
yeah, he was saying this is just a giant pressure cooker. But I mean, in one hand, it's really, really cool and neat to look at. On the other hand, it's very scary because it's very active, like very active. So I don't know. But yeah, so I had asked him earlier if, you know, if you could set time aside, a significant amount of time aside, would it be the Grand Canyons over this place? And he said neither. He said he liked Zion the best.
So far, Zion.
So far, he likes his Zion.
But I think I'd still like northern, like this northern stuff as we get into this region, which we're not going to be able to see, but I like this scenery.
It's pretty, it's pretty neat up here. Like all the steamy stuff and all the geysers going off. And it's
bison everywhere.
Bison everywhere. Like you got to make sure you don't step in their poo, especially while videoing, because you're not really paying attention. I almost did that once. And it's a large pile. Like, you're never going to get that stuff off your shoe. You might as well just toss your shoe. That is some poo I would never want to jump into. Not saying I like to jump into poo, but... so yeah, we are heading out. We're going to head up the souvenir shop a little bit, see what they have to offer. But I think the park was very unique.
I think to answer the question, would you rather come when it's freezing, or would you rather come when it's nice and a million other people? For me, if you're dressed properly,
which we weren't,
I would come now, and it was already busy. So
Yeah.
I can't imagine what this place looks like in July, and I don't like crowds, I don't like cold, but out of the two, I would pick the cold.
yeah, I would definitely do this again. Because,
with proper clothing next time.
Right.
Better.
Exactly.
Gear.
It was a unique experience, very good. We didn't have the crowds. I mean, it was busy, but not overly busy to the point where you were like, okay, get me out of here. So
it's this busy now.
I can't imagine.
July's got to be ridiculous.
Like, you probably can't even move in here, or even get, because okay, to do even one loop in this place, like the major loop, I would say, it took us all day. So
we didn't do much of it.
Right, because yesterday we did a whole bunch of it. So we took a chunk off of that yesterday, and it still took us what?
Oh, and plus it was so cold, we didn't walk all the trails.
Right.
Go all the way down everything. Again, if we had better equipment, it probably wouldn't be as cold.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I take it for what it is right now. I mean, yeah, I froze my booty off a bit.
10 degrees warmer.
Yeah. Which would be this weekend, I guess. We just got here at the wrong time, and we just don't have time to wait until it warms up. So we got it off our plate. Check off the bucket list. Cha-ching in our bank list, because again, we put money in the bank with our annual pass. Alright, so yeah, you've seen it all. At least as much as we did. Hope you enjoyed.
See ya.